Okay, explain.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the original section, which would have been built in 1805. And look at the birch.
Mmm.
If that isn't beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
This is one of
And
the
this-
oldest buildings in Niagara County, right? 1805.
Correct. And you can see here is also a huge beam.
Oh, look at the size.
Right?
Look at the size. That is, a foot, at least a foot and a couple inches across. And, the same around. Wow, this is one solid tree. This is part of the oldest part of the building, isn't it?
Yes,
right here.
This section is the oldest, and it was built in 1805.
And as I like to say, this is the furthest back in time that I've ever been through so far myself. 1805. This is going back in time, literally here, and it's a literal time machine, and also a totally different era of thought. And yeah.
Look at these birch.
Yeah. The culture, the work ethic, the grit.
Oh,
just the grit.
And it's still standing. Unwavering.
Absolutely.
And the walls could talk.
If these walls could talk,
right?
And look at the stonework going all the way to the ground. These have been whitewashed over, but you can kind of sort of tell the stonework. A lot of field stone, some cut, some slapped in there, and I would imagine you get a occasional bigger ones like that. Mm-hmm. I imagine there's some stones around here that are massive that required more than one person to haul and stick into place.
Absolutely.
And we note this is what we were looking down in through from the grill upstairs right there. That's this.
Yes.
The surrounding beam work. That's a huge beam right there.
And there would have been a fireplace.
There would have been a fireplace?
To the left.
To the left. Oh, okay, yep. Over here more.
Yep.
And it stood in that area there, yeah. On top of this, yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
I'll take some still shots in a bit too, but after the movie. And this back here, I guess, is a cistern.
Yes.
It wasn't.
Yes.
And the cisterns were so critical.
And everybody had them, right?
Yeah. Of one form or another, they look like giant sarcophagi.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what. And this is it's been modified over the years. Some old license plate. Yeah, I could figure that from a distance. I've been through enough of these, even in this county, to know there's a beam laid down for the addition to this. This looks like the original beam, and that this beam here is the next stage over,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Correct.
Because the rest of it was built when?
1808, to my knowledge. However, the birch is still pretty similar.
Wow, look at that.
And in the basement, there was a kitchen, and Mary would rent out the kitchen, the oven, the fireplace, so people could bake their own bread.
Wow.
Kind of interesting, right?
So you would hire the equipment?
Yes.
As much as you might hire equipment inside of a rental?
From
property or something,
knowledge,
yeah.
Yes.
Like if you had events like at our Lions Club, you required a kitchen.
The kitchen, yeah.
Maybe sure, why not?
Too.
Yeah, I would imagine, sure. Like your fried chicken, I don't know. Then you could cook as long as you paid for it. So similar to her, it was her enterprise, isn't it? Look at the agency that for women. In a place like this, you get a similar situation with even in Barbados or something, a black woman there owned her own hotel and tavern there around the same time as this. And look at I mean there were certain places where women could find ability to identify themselves in the community besides certain and specific roles. Look at how these beams notch in like that. This is a square notch. Yeah. Oh, this is great. I live for this stuff.
Good.
Just looking at it.
Glad you're here.
I am no expert, but I really I love exploring the oldest buildings of our county because even private homes have never been explored before in many cases until I got there.
Okay.
In my town, anyways. Look at the stonework down there, all straight out like that. Took some skill, folks. Yeah, as we can see. And we see some more of the log work here. Now, this is, of course, normally off limits to the public.
Correct.
Right, so...
This is a very special,
yeah.
special tour.
Yes. This is for the benefit of the record and for
Yes.
and for those who would not normally be able to see this.
Right.
This is something so that you can explore it safely at home, at least. And look at the modifications and fill-ins and so forth. This would have been entrance out of here. Looks like a space, a way out.
Yeah, it
right?
looks like it, doesn't it?
Looks like some sort of a space.
And I don't know many details about it, but I know there's a fireplace down here. Oh, that's cool.
If I may just poke in. That's a space under there. Better not drop my cell phone. Yeah. I'll take another photo of that in there in just a moment. Because sometimes when you take photos during film, it doesn't always train it. It's just slightly blurry. So
Right.
look at the one big block down there, it seems.
And it's interesting that it's a step up.
Yeah, that's... It looked like a ghost over there. If
Well, there is a resident ghost, not me.
Really?
However,
Yeah.
there is a gentleman that
Some
tends to be down
modifications.
here.
Wow.
I was told that today.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
And then
this addition.
Yep, and then this is the exit. And this goes right into right where the well. There's a beautiful well. And this beautiful stonework is really pretty, but obviously newer.
Yeah. Then we have Town Line Road over there
Yes.
for reference. What a wonderful place. And what a scenic place. You can see the fields being worked on back there and back in the day.
Yes.
By hand, carts, horses,
And they
oxen.
owned hundreds of acres, and they owned property on all sides across the road. So to the north, to the east, and to the west.
Wow.
It's amazing. Totally amazing. It's a treasure.
It truly is.
Grateful to be here.
Oh, by the way, this is Claudia Carnes.
Thank you.
You know.
Yep, and here I am. So
Famous for her portrayal as the Reverend Mrs. Smith.
and a widow Forsyth today.
Indeed, yes.
Indeed, yes.
Widow for
Seem to be in black a
wi-
lot.
widow for hire. Well, me too.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Just the black part. Yeah.
That's okay.
Never married
Yeah.
myself, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, this is, and of course the floor has been concreted over, I'm sure, long ago. But this stonework looks like it was laid in fairly early on. It came
I
with
think
this.
so, too.
Yeah, it came with this addition at least,
Right.
yeah. And over here, it probably would have been dirt as well originally, except
Yep.
it was concrete over at some
I
point.
agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, this is very
Amazing.
wonderful and very special for those at home to be able to see the bones of one of the oldest and finest buildings in Niagara County. So, again, if you are watching at home, follow the link below to the Forsyth Tavern's website, support, join, and get interested and get involved. This is one of the best and classic buildings of our region. It's one of the cornerstones, if you will, of pioneerism and another layer of life in this area.